During the early 1900s, women's roles were very traditional. Their jobs included cooking for their well-behaved family. Giving their home pride by keeping everywhere pristine and presentable for any guests and their husband, of course. Another job the housewife would take on would be to raise their children as polite and respectable in order to make their father proud. But above all, their duty was to be a lady and serve their husbands if they were lucky enough to have one. But many women were not content with living to serve men. This feeling created the Suffragette Party, who aimed to get women the vote. Suffragette women went through is now forgotten. Many do not know of any history behind their heritage and rights. Do you know who the suffragettes were?
No. Was it a woman that stuck up for like women's rights? I don't know.
I don't.
The suffragettes were a group of women who tried to win justice for women and so you could do the same things as men could.
Like they were stuck up for other women, like a feminist group.
Who is your idol?
I'm not really too sure.
I don't really have an idol.
I don't really have one, but I think people like Adele are really inspirational because they've got really far and she writes her own music and stuff. I don't have an idol.
What rights did women not have 100 years ago?
The right to work, like men's jobs. I don't know what to say. I don't think they work. Oh no, they can vote. They couldn't. I don't know.
Women had to protest and show they deserved the vote as their voices were not being heard by being peaceful. Many of these protests led to violence and many women being injured and many imprisoned for wanting their rights. Many of these women did not receive an education as they were not equal to men and were seen to not need one. This did not stop them wanting the opportunity to learn. Who is your idol?
Cheryl Cole, because she's really pretty and she's come far in her career and she's like my style icon.
Do you think the suffragettes would be proud of how women are represented in the media today?
I don't really know. Maybe, because like Beyonce is really pop starish and strong, so I guess.
How do you think women are represented in the media today?
They're really glamorous, rich and popular. They're what like every girl wants to be like.
Do you think students are taking advantage of the education they have?
I think some students do, but there is a large portion that don't take advantage of the education that they have or make use of the opportunities that they have that are through their education, such as extracurricular activities or support from their teachers or the skills they can get.
Who do you think is a good role model for girls?
I think there are many people who can be considered good role models for girls, such as athletes, women who have found discoveries such as Marie Curie. You could argue as well that the people who take a stand against them, so right back to ancient history such as Boudica, who took a stand against what she believed was an injustice for the Romans. There are many examples of people who should be role models for girls. It depends on what their aspirations are, but individuals such as Margaret Thatcher could be argued as well, also right up to people like Kelly Holmes today with her prowess in the Olympics.
Do you think enough students know about the history of women's rights?
No, they probably don't know as much as they should or be aware as how much people actually fought for them or what life was like before they had these rights. They just accept that they have them now and don't really understand the struggle that it took to get them the rights or appreciate what people went through.
Today, women have more equal rights than they did 100 years ago. Examples of this is that they can work, vote and have a full-time education. Women are now seen to be strong and independent. Not enough girls know about women's rights and what the suffragettes went through to gain these. This is something that needs to be expressed more so girls can take full advantage of their rights made from history.